Hello and welcome to the Bible Talk for St Paul's Cathedral, Melbourne, the home church for Anglicans in the Diocese of Melbourne. Today we are not at the cathedral, so I'm not joined by our Chief Props Officer, our Dean. However, our Chief Prop, Archie, is here. Hello, Archie. He's not talking. I threw some dog food there to make him stay in the shot. Now, Jesus often used stories called parables to explain what it is like living with God as the ruler of our lives. Parables are extended metaphors, and for the younger ones among us, that means a parable is a story that is not a true story, but it's one that helps explain an idea when we compare that story to real life. So here is a parable that Jesus told. A farmer went out to sow some seeds, and as he sowed, some seeds fell on the path. Some seeds fell on rocky ground. Some seeds fell among thorns, and other seed fell on the good soil. The seeds that fell on the path were eaten up by the birds. The seeds that fell on rocky ground because of the scorching sun, and the plants, because they had very shallow roots, withered in the heat of the sun.
Honey, what are you doing?
Nothing. The seeds that fell among the thorns grew up, but were choked by the thorns. And the seeds that fell on the good soil grew and went on to bear fruit. Now, when the disciples heard this story, they were not sure what Jesus was talking about. They, like all of us, needed a bit of help to understand it. So here is the explanation Jesus gave. When anyone hears the word of the kingdom, the word of God, and does not understand it, the evil one comes down and snatches away what is sown in the heart. This is what was sown on the path. As for the seed sown on the rocky ground, this describes someone who hears the word and immediately receives it with joy. Yet, this person has no deep understanding of who Jesus is. So, when trouble or persecution arises on account of believing in Jesus, that person immediately falls away. As for what was sown among thorns, this is someone who hears the word, but the cares of the world and the lure of wealth choke the word, and it yields nothing. But as for what was sown on good soil, this is the one who hears the word, understands it, and who indeed bears fruit. Now, when we tell other people about Jesus, the words we say are a little bit like planting seeds in soil, because they can help other people grow to faith in God. There are lots of different types of soils that the seed lands on, lots of types of people who hear the words we say. Some are good soils, some are not. That is to say, some people hear what we say and see what we do, and they decide they would like to be Jesus' friend too. Others like the sound of it, but don't seem to be able to stick at their faith. Some people prefer us not to tell them about Jesus at all. All we can do as Jesus' friends is to keep patiently explaining to other people why we are his friends, why we listen to what he has taught, why we live in the way we do, and by the way we act and speak, show what he is like. And we ask God to help us do that by praying that he will help us to be like Jesus, so that other people really get a good idea of what Jesus is like when they see and hear us. Well, we look forward to seeing you next week. Bye for now.